is subjected to external stress of 50 kilonewton per meter square. It means that sigma value is given. Sigma is equal to given 50 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, and the cohesion is given. The cohesion value is given as 60 kilonewton per meter square. So as I discussed above that this is a purely clayey soil, so there will be absence of angle of internal friction. There will no angle of internal friction. It is purely dependent on the cohesion and the stress, external stress acting on this soil. Okay. So for this again we will use the same formula, but there will be slight modification. The formula is as sigma tan phi plus c. This is the actual shear strength formula which we use. Okay. Now let's see, there is a difference. There will be slight change in this question. It is a purely clayey soil. Okay. So from this soil we know that phi value is equal to 0. It means this whole value will become what? This whole value will become 0. Okay. So this sigma tan phi portion will be removed. So actually the shear strength for this pure clay soil will be equal to the cohesion of the soil. So S is equal to C will be the formula for this question. Okay. Now we all know the question C value. It is given directly how much? 60 kilonewton per meter square. Okay. So the shear strength value for this question will be 60 kilonewton per meter square. The answer will be this C value only. And the sigma value, this is given only to confuse you. As such, nothing huge is there in this question. The sigma value is given only to confuse you, so that you get confusion then why this value is given in this question. But it is actually not required to solve this question. Okay. So this was the second question. The last question we discussed, that was a cohesion-less soil question, and this one is a cohesive soil. Okay. Now, if cohesion-less and cohesive has come, so let me discuss once again. We all know what is cohesion-less soil. Cohesion-less soil is a type of soil in which cohesion is absent. Okay. There is no intermolecular cohesive forces are there in cohesion-less soil, and apart from that, in cohesive soil, that is the difference in the cohesion-less and cohesive soil. In cohesive soil, the cohesion is the main shear strength parameter, means the soil is bounded by the cohesive forces between the particles of the soil. Okay, and there is the absence of internal friction. Therefore, we took this value, angle of internal friction, 0 in cohesive soil. Okay. So now, I think it is clear. We should move on to the next topic. So these were the simple numericals which you can expect in the exam. Okay. So coming to the today's topic, as you have decided that we have to discuss about the measurement of shear strength. Measurement of shear strength. Measurement of shear strength कहने का मतलब क्या है कि हम अब लोग shear strength को एक्चुअली मेजर कैसे करेंगे, कैलकुलेट कैसे करेंगे. ये तो हमको फॉर्मूला पता चल गया, फॉर्मूला में हमको वैल्यू दिया हुआ था तो हम लोग कैलकुलेट करके निकाल लिए. लेकिन अगर एक्चुअली यू हैव टू फाइंड द shear strength ऑन द साइट, okay, actual in the field, if you have to calculate the shear strength, then how we will calculate the shear strength of the soil. So that is known as the measurement of shear strength, means in the actual field how we will calculate the shear strength of the soil. Okay. Now for measurement of shear strength, actually there are some tests are there, field test. Okay, first one is direct shear test. Direct shear test. Second one is triaxial compression test. Then third one is unconfined compressive strength test, and fourth one is van shear test. So these are the four tests which we perform on the field to calculate the shear strength of the soil. Okay, till now we have discussed that if the values of the shear strength parameters are given, then how we will calculate the value of the shear strength. But now we will discuss that if you don't have any value, then you have to go, मान लो एक्चुअल साइट पे अगर हमको जाना है, न्यू साइट है, अगर उसका shear strength हमें कैलकुलेट करना है, then how we will calculate the value of the shear strength. Okay, so for that there are four types of tests which I have written on the board. First one is direct shear stress test, second one is triaxial compression test, third one is unconfined compressive strength test, and the fourth one is van shear test. And from your syllabus there are only three tests to discuss, that is direct shear test, unconfined compressive strength test, and van shear test. Okay, so let's start with direct shear test. Before discussing about the test, let's discuss about the condition of shear stress first. You must know the conditions so that you can understand the test easily. Conditions of shear test. Shear test. So first condition is it is U test condition. Double U here represent that unconsolidated undrained test. Okay, this W means unconsolidated undrained test. Then second one is CU test condition. Here CU represents consolidated but undrained. I will explain the meaning of this all. And third one is CD test. CD test. These are test condition actually. Consolidated, drained. Okay. And fourth one is also there, but it is actually not in use, so there is no use of discussing the fourth one. Okay, see this unconsolidated and undrained, consolidated, undrained, consolidated and drained, what does it mean? Okay, what are the meaning of this? So for this we need to go back to the compaction and consolidation chapter. I hope that you all remember the meaning of consolidation and compaction which we discussed earlier. Okay, in consolidation what happens? See, what is the consolidation of the soil? Compaction, first one compaction क्या है? When we remove the air from the soil particle, ठीक है, by applying some external forces or load, what we call that is the compaction of the soil, ठीक है. अगर एयर के रिमूवल से सॉइल कंप्रेस होता है, दैट इज नोन एज कॉम्पैक्शन ऑफ द सॉइल, ठीक है. सिमिलरली कंसोलिडेशन क्या होता था कि अगर सॉइल में से वाटर एक्सपल्ड हो रहा है, ठीक है, इफ देयर इज एक्सपल्शन ऑफ वाटर फ्रॉम द सॉइल पार्टिकल ड्यू टू द एक्सटर्नल लोड एक्टिंग ऑन इट, दैट इज नोन एज कंसोलिडेशन ऑफ द सॉइल पार्टिकल, जो कि हम लोग डिस्कस कर चुके हैं पहले. कंसोलिडेशन और कॉम्पैक्शन में क्या डिफरेंस है, ठीक है. तो वही कंसोलिडेशन का बात यहाँ पे जो हम लोग टेस्ट करने वाले हैं, उसी कंसोलिडेशन का यूज है यहाँ पे, ठीक है. तो ये बोल क्या रहा है, अनकंसोलिडेटेड कहने का मतलब कि ये जो कंडीशन होगा, जब यू कंडीशन होगा, इस कंडीशन में क्या होगा कि जो तुम्हारा सॉइल जो होगा, जो स्पेसिमेन में जो हम लोग सॉइल लेंगे, ठीक है, तो उस सॉइल में क्या हम लोग कंसोलिडेशन नहीं करेंगे, मतलब कंसोलिडेशन के लिए प्रेशर नहीं डालेंगे कि सॉइल कंसोलिडेट हो जाए, ठीक है. और क्या रहेगा नेक्स्ट, अनड्रेन, मतलब कि उसमें क्या होगा, उस सॉइल में ड्रेनेज अलाउड नहीं होगा, ठीक है. सपोज ये कोई कंटेनर है, इसमें हमने सॉइल का स्पेसिमेन लिया हुआ है, मान लो सॉइल स्पेसिमेन है, ठीक है, और इसमें कोई भी, अभी हम लोग एज्यूम नहीं कर, कोई भी मान लो टेस्ट है, तो इसमें एक्सटर्नल लोड्स लग रहा है, इस लोड के कारण क्या होगा, सॉइल कंप्रेस होना चाहेगा, ठीक है, सॉइल कंप्रेस होना चाहेगा. इसी कंप्रेशन को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, कंसोलिडेशन बोलते हैं. लेकिन जो यू टेस्ट है, इसमें हम लोग ऐसे एक्सटर्नल लोड देंगे कि ये जो सॉइल स्पेसिमेन में होगा प्रेजेंट, ये क्या होगा, कंसोलिडेट ना हो, ठीक है. इतना ही लोड हमें देना है कि सॉइल कंसोलिडेट ना हो. और साथ ही साथ क्या होगा कि सॉइल में जो वाटर प्रेजेंट होगा, वो क्या करेगा, अगर ऊपर से अगर प्रेशर आ रहा है, लोड आ रहा है, तो सॉइल में जो वाटर होगा क्या होगा, बाहर एक्सपल्स होना चाहेगा, इट विल ट्राई टू कम आउट, ठीक है. तो बाहर आने के लिए, तो इसमें क्या है कि हम लोग सॉइल में जो वाटर प्रेजेंट है उसका ड्रेनेज भी अलाउ नहीं करेंगे, मतलब कि ये जो ड्रेनेज है ये विल नॉट अलाउ इट, यहाँ पे ड्रेनेज भी बंद रहेगा, ठीक है. इधर से अगर वाटर का पैसेज दिया हुआ है, तो ये पैसेज भी बंद रहेगा, ठीक है. तो ये होता है अनकंसोलिडेटेड एंड अनड्रेन्ड टेस्ट. आई होप दैट इट इज क्लियर टू ऑल. ओके, नेक्स्ट कमिंग टू द कंसोलिडेटेड अनड्रेन्ड. कंसोलिडेटेड अनड्रेन्ड कंडीशन कहने का मतलब है कि ये जो टेस्ट है उसमें क्या होगा, कंसोलिडेशन अलाउड है, सॉइल कैन बी कंसोलिडेटेड, ठीक है, लेकिन ड्रेनेज अलाउड नहीं है, ठीक है. इसमें अगर हम सॉइल में प्रेशर लगा रहे हैं, एक्सटर्नल स्ट्रेस लगा रहे हैं, तो क्या कंसोलिडेशन विल अलाउ द सॉइल टू कंसोलिडेट. लेकिन जो तुम्हारा पार्टिकल सॉइल के स्पेसिमेन में जो वाटर प्रेजेंट है, उस वाटर को हम लोग बाहर आने से क्या करेंगे, पैसेज बाहर नहीं देंगे, उसको पैसेज रुका रहेगा, विल नॉट अलाउ इट टू कम आउट ऑफ द कंटेनर, ठीक है. सो देयर विल बी नो ड्रेनेज. सो दिस टाइप ऑफ टेस्ट इज नोन एज कंसोलिडेटेड अनड्रेन्ड टेस्ट. दीज आर द कंडीशन. ओके, एंड द थर्ड वन इज कंसोलिडेटेड ड्रेन टेस्ट. अब तुम लोगों को समझ में आ गया होगा कि क्या होता है अनकंसोलिडेटेड, कंसोलिडेटेड. इससे तुम थर्ड वाला तुम खुद समझ होगा क्या होता है. कंसोलिडेटेड ड्रेन में क्या होगा कि कंसोलिडेशन भी अलाउड है और ड्रेनेज भी अलाउड, मतलब थर्ड कंडीशन में ये जो ड्रेनेज है, यहाँ पे पाइप लगा हुआ ड्रेनेज के लिए वाटर का, ये भी क्या हो जाएगा, ओपन हो जाएगा. मींस ड्रेनेज विल आल्सो बी अलाउड एंड कंसोलिडेशन विल आल्सो बी अलाउड इन दिस थर्ड कंडीशन. ओके, सो दिस थ्री आर द टेस्ट कंडीशन व्हिच इज यूज्ड in the measurement of shear strength. Okay, in this condition only all three tests are dependent. ठीक है, I hope it is clear to all. So let me discuss some points. If you want notes, then I will give you some points of this test. Okay. So the first one, that is U test condition. In this test, the drainage of water is not allowed in any stage. Second point, measurement of pore water pressure is not done. Third point, consolidation stage does not exist only shear stage exists. This test is a quick test. Represented by Q test also, and usually takes 10 to 15 minutes only. And one other last important point, it is used for permeable soil. This test is used for permeable soil. Okay, I will provide the notes. Don't worry about the notes. I will give the PDF. Don't worry about the, after the class I will send the notes. And coming to your next class, it is from 11. Okay, so by 11 I will leave you. Don't worry for that. Okay. Next one is CU test. condition, from the name only we know that what it represents, consolidated and undrained. Means the consolidation is allowed but the drainage of water is not allowed in this test condition. That only the first point represents the drainage of water is allowed in consolidation stage. Okay, it means that in the first stage what we do, first we will consolidate the soil. So in this consolidation stage the drainage is allowed in this CU test, but in second stage when we will measure the pore water pressure, in that stage the drainage is not allowed. Okay, therefore its name is CU undrained, therefore it is undrained. But in consolidation stage we need to allow the drainage, because if we will not allow the drainage, then how the soil will consolidate. Okay, for the soil to consolidate we need to allow the drainage in first stage, in consolidation stage. But in second stage, for measuring the pore water pressure, we need to stop the drainage of the water from this soil specimen. Okay, this only the second point says. Okay, and third one, it is also known as R test, means, and this test is used for steady seepage condition. Steady seepage means a constant seepage by constant rate. Okay, and the next one is CD test condition. समझना क्या सर? नहीं. Okay, so see, in CD test condition, from the name we all know, consolidated and drained, means it says that in this test condition we allow the consolidation and drainage in both stages. Both stages means the first stage is the consolidation stage. Obviously if we are consolidating the soil, then the drainage should be allowed. So in the first stage the drainage is allowed, and in the second stage also drainage is allowed, because from the name only we can see it is consolidated and drained. It means that we are not measuring the pore water pressure in this test. So we are not measuring pore water pressure means that we are allowing the water to get out from the specimen in the second stage also. Okay, so the drainage is allowed in both stages, and the measurement of pore water pressure is done in both stages. We will measure the pore water pressure in first stage also and in the second stage also. Okay, and it is used for the highly permeable soil, means the sandy soil. Okay, it is used for the mostly sandy soil, means the soil which is cohesion less soil. Okay, so these were the three test conditions we need to discuss. I hope the session is clear to you all. If there will be any doubt, then we will discuss in the next class. Okay, and I will send you the notes in the PDF format. Okay, go through that notes. Okay, thank you.